Hey guys, Augiesaint here and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and in this video I just want to talk to you guys about the T3 tower we did get recently. I believe it'll be 1 week tomorrow on the reset, and what I suggest doing with it, how pretty much if it's difficult hard, we're going to go over the material difference between the first time clear and the second clear. So just deciding if you want to run it on your main first or on alt overall. I'm going to get through all of that in this video. So stay tuned if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts and everything on the T3 tower. But before we get into that, if you guys like my content, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much and I appreciate every single one of you beautiful people. So without further ado, let's hop into it now, shall we? So I'm on the tower on my Sork. She is the first time clear that I decided to do with on my main. Reason being, the material difference between the first time clear and the second time clear is really not that different. And my Sork doesn't really need any materials anyway. My main, she's more like gold stuck. I'm really hard stuck on gold right now for honing as what I am versus materials. I have more materials than what I have gold to actually hone. So that is my reasoning. And if you actually look at the difference over here, this is the second time clear. I've gone ahead and put it into a spreadsheet over here. Well, what do you call this thing? A notepad, not a spreadsheet. We're not that cool yet. Not that informed anyway. But yeah, this is it. On the sharp pouches. This is second time clear, by the way. You'll end up with 34,000 on the first time clear with these boxes. If we scroll up a bit, see these 4 honing boxes. You get 4 over here, and then you get 4 other ones. And by the way, these are also roster bound, so you can put them in your roster storage. You don't have to use them on whichever character does this the first time. It's just what you'll receive. So honor shards, all in all, together here we end up getting 20,000. Whereas from the second time you get 34,000. That was the biggest overall difference in the materials, was the honor shards being around 14,500 to be exact. The difference between first time or second time clear. But you can use all of the honor shards on one character, as that first time clear, these boxes, like I said, are roster bound. I believe I have them in my roster right now. So if we go ahead and look at my roster, it's so messy in here, but yeah, there they are right there. And obviously it's in my roster, so any of my characters can pull them out and I'll have them available there. So what I would suggest personally is run the tower on your main. Also, this really depends on where you are at the game, but if you are a long time player or you've been playing for a few months and you're not a new player, your main is like way past 1520 or 1490, so to say, because that is the entrance into this. Starts at 1490 and then gradually goes up every couple of levels, and I believe 1530, yeah, 1530 is what you need to clear it. So between 1490 and 1530, if your main is not there yet, then obviously this content doesn't really matter to you yet because you're still getting there. But if your main is in the 1490 to 1530 range and you do need these little bit of materials, then I would suggest holding off and doing it on a alt first, so you can get those first time boxes and then you can get the other materials from the second time clear from the little notepad. You can get this and then the first time ones over here and stack them up together to then push your main a little bit further. It's really not that much materials though, so if you don't even have a alt near 1490 at this point, if you are a much newer player, just go ahead and complete it on your main, especially if you are around 1510, 1520, because then you do have this skill point potion on floor 15 waiting for you. You need to be at least 1510 to go ahead and get into there and get that one. And the first couple of floors, actually all the floors are really easy overall. The last 2 floors were the only floors I wouldn't say struggled with, but died once or twice. You know, the second to last floor is one of those survival floors. They've got to really survive. There's like these little lightning balls and stuff. I won't go too much into detail, spoiler for you guys, but yeah, it's a survival floor. And then the 25th floor is obviously the boss of these floors, so to say. She was pretty tough. Well, not actually that tough until you figure out her mechanic. All I'm going to say is your spacebar is your friend, but you have to time it right. That's all I'm giving you guys. Also, while we are on that topic, if you guys are struggling with any of the floors, I have the footage of all of the floors that I did in one sitting. I think it took me around 45 minutes, completely blind, to run straight through all the floors. I have that footage uncut and unedited. And if you guys are struggling on any of the floors, let me know. If you would be interested in me making a per floor video guide, pretty much, I'll condense it all into one big video, and then I will actually put there like tips and tricks for each and every floor, especially the ones with like a little bit of a challenging thing to them. But if it's an easy floor, like just kill stuff or survive or whatever, and there's nothing really tricky to it, I'll pretty much just skip over that one really. I'll just put like floor 1, kill everything. And then floor 2, I'll add the footage and just give you guys a rundown of what to actually do. If you guys want something like that, let me know if you're interested. If enough people chuck down below in the comments that you guys want something like that, I will work on that comprehensive tower guide for you guys. If not, then I'm not going to touch it, as it will be quite a bit of work to get that out there. But yeah, it is in the option there for you guys. Chuck down below if you want it or not. Anyway, that is most of the stuff I can think about this. So it really doesn't matter if you do it on your main or your old first. The materials are pretty close, especially with the first time clear. Being able to put them in your roster storage doesn't really matter then. So you could run it through quickly on your main, because she's stronger, and then get your alts to get them a couple more materials. But what I would suggest is just getting the skill point potion as soon as you can, especially if you are a newer player and your main is only around these levels. Then don't worry about it too much, just go straight through, get your main there to floor 15 and get that skill point potion, because these materials that you actually get from the first time and the second time is literally 2-3 days of chaos dungeons, if even that much. Like maybe 2 days, yeah, 2 to 3 days of chaos dungeons, and you get those materials anyway. So really not that much materials overall. That's more there just to get the stuff over here and the roster XP as well. Like I said before, on floor 1, 1780 is the first amount of roster I got, and then floor 24 I got 2660 roster. So you'll get between 1780 and 2660 as you progress up through the floors. So quite a bit of roster there to be had there. I didn't actually add it all together, but quite a bit of roster there. I can't remember if I actually did level up from it, but yeah, quite a bit of roster. Materials, skill point, masterpiece. That's it. Roster bound, do it on your main, do it on your alt, doesn't really matter. Tiny little bit of different materials to it. Easy overall, just fun stuff to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and a sub to the channel. It helps me out so much, and I appreciate every single one of you beautiful people. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the